Hey everybody, welcome to the channel. Today I thought I'd do a quick unboxing and test of a pedal that I just picked up over eBay. Now this pedal was listed as for parts or not working, but based on the description of the problem, I think I can fix it. So if that's something that you're interested in, let's get into it. So I've got the pedal here. I've got my Walmart brand knife, and I'm just gonna start off the unwrapping here. So yeah, this pedal was listed as for parts, but once you see what it is, and I describe the actual issue, I think that it might be a little instructive, because you see these types of pedals listed a lot with the same issue, and it's actually pretty easy to fix. So if you're astute, you'd be able to pick one up for yourself, and you can usually save a bit of money over the retail price if you find one like this. But you do take a risk, so let's see if I wasted my money or not. So this thing's packed really well. What we have here is a Digitech Whammy pedal. This is the 4th version of the pedal. So let me see if that's getting in the shot here. Yeah, so it's a Digitech Whammy 4, and if you know anything about whammies, you'll know that this was basically the reissue of the first version that Digitech ever produced. So the Whammy 1 was produced in conjunction between Digitech and a company called IVL, I believe. And that is the one that is sought after in the used market for the highest prices. The first and second versions are used by a lot of famous artists like Tom Morello. I think Trey Anastasio from Fish uses the WH2. But after that, Digitech and IVL split, and Digitech had to produce the whammies on their own. So the WH4, which this version is, the 4th version, is Digitech's crack at redoing or recreating the WH1. So what that means that this is a monophonic pedal. You can only do one note at a time, as opposed to the newer whammies that can do polyphonic pitch shifting. It has an AC power supply, which is something that a lot of people don't like. It can't be powered by like the Voodoo Labs pedal power or things like that, unless it has a special input for AC power, and it has a special, the output section is a little different here too. You have a wet and a dry out relative to the new versions, which I think just have one out, coming out of the pedal and into your amp or whatever you're running. So let's open it up, take a look at what we got inside. There it is. So you get your pedal. I'll just put it to the side here and show you the case candy. This one is pretty well preserved. It's got still got the warranty tag. You've got the instruction booklet, some other manuals and stuff here. I think this is the bill. I'll just put that to the side. And then we've got the power supply. So like I said, it's an AC power supply, which it does say here. It says AC. I don't know if you can make that out there, but it's an AC power supply, which means you have a wall wart that you have to carry around with you. But the thing about that is that, if Digitech didn't produce it with the AC power supply, I'm sure that folks would be complaining that it didn't sound the same as the first version. So it's kind of, I feel like the company was probably in a damned if you do, damned if you don't type of situation. Okay, so now that we got it out of the box, let me just turn it on the side and see if I can get the output section and everything in here. So there's the wet, the dry out, where you put the power supply in. And then you've got a MIDI input and an input for your guitar. And now you have a harmony section over here, which lets you do pitch shifting between two different intervals. You've got the whammy, which is what a lot of the famous tones are based off of. You got different intervals that you can shift your unaffected dry signal into a new pitch range. And then you've got what's really cool, I think, is it's kind of like a chorus. It's got a detune effect, which sounds really good on these pedals. And this one has a dive bomb feature, which I do not believe was available on the original version. So I've listened to, I don't have the first version of the pedal, but I've listened to the comparisons on YouTube, and to my ear, this pedal sounds really close. So let's take a little break. I'll get this thing plugged in, and we will see if it's actually doing what it's supposed to or making any sound. Okay, everyone, so I've plugged the pedal in, and it powers up fine, looks okay. I am now going to cycle through the different functions and just test it out and see if it works. So this button here turns the effect on and off. So you can see the light does go on and off, so that's good. I'm going to leave it on for now. It's set now to the 1 octave down setting. I'm just going to make sure that this scroll button works, and you can see it's making its way through the different functions, so that's pretty good. And I'm going to settle on the 1 octave up, because that's probably going to be the easiest to hear what's happening. So the foot pedal is in the full up position. I'm using, by the way, my Epiphone Les Paul Standard Plus Top Pro. It's running into a Boss Katana amplifier just on the clean channel, going into a 1x12 cabinet with a Celestian red back. So nothing special, just so that we can hear what's going on with the pedal. Okay, so I'm in the 1 octave up. This should, I believe, be my dry signal. It should be my dry signal. Let's see what happens when we push the pedal down. So nothing. So in the 1 octave up position, the foot switch is not working. Let's try one more. Two octave up, I'm getting anything. Okay, so that's not working either. The harmony. So it doesn't seem like the foot switch is doing anything at all. So I'm just going to take my guitar, just push it to the side here, put it over to the side here. So sometimes with these whammy pedals, they need to be calibrated, and so that's why when I saw this particular issue, I thought maybe it's just a calibration issue. And the way to recalibrate is it's actually pretty simple. You let the pedal warm up for a little bit, which I've already done, and then you power down the pedal, and then you hold the effect button while you power it up. So I'm going to take the power out. Now I'm going to power it back up again, and what should happen is one of the lights should blink. So it's this one right here. So now we're in setup mode. So what you do now is you're just going to move the treadle up and down, up and down, up and down. In the manual it says you have to do it 2 times and then you should be good to go, but let's see what happens. It didn't look to me like it went, it made its way all the way through the different LEDs that were on the pedal, so I'm a little skeptical hippo right now as to whether or not this is going to work, but let's give it a shot. No. Let's try one more time, see if we can get this thing to work. doesn't seem like it's getting the right range. On the pedal. So I wonder if I wonder if the pedal just isn't recording the signal that it's supposed to. Okay, everybody, so I'm going to try to recalibrate the pedal. I believe that I know the process now, so let's give it a shot. So what you got to do to recalibrate one of these, let the pedal warm up, which I've done. I'm going to take out the power. And now as the pedal powers on, I'm going to plug the power supply back in. And now you'll see that one of the lights is blinking. Now while this light is blinking, that's an important distinction. You have to move the pedal through its full range, up and down, up and down. And the manual says to do it 2 times. I just did it 3 times, but hopefully this will work out just fine. And once you do that, hit the button that turns the effect on and off, and see if you have success. Okay, so now it seems like the pedal is passing the dry signal. Effects on. It sounds like this is my guitar signal. Let's see if the effect works. That sounds good to me. Let's try one more. This is the 2-octave up setting. The detune section. Seems to be working. And then we'll try just one of the harmonies. So this is the down 1/5 to down 1/4. And that's it. So if you see these, or really any Digitech product with a treadle or a foot pedal attached to it, calibration of the foot pedals is always something that makes people think that the pedal's broken when in fact it isn't. So in this case, I was able to get a pretty good discount on the pedal, just because I knew that, and the person who had this before didn't. And if you see these come up on the used market, maybe you could do the same for yourself. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and if you liked it, make sure to give a thumbs up and also subscribe to the channel. I'll try my best to put out content as consistently as possible. And until next time, rock on.